This is another one of my new pickup videos, and as you can see, it's of Star Wars: The Last Jedi. I got this from Forbidden Planet. For those of you who have been following my YouTube channel, you would have seen that I've done a series of videos of the Forbidden Planet store. I've uploaded a couple so far, but I will be uploading the rest of the Forbidden Planet tour videos that I've done of this store over the up and coming days and weeks. I did get some stuff in there that they had on sale, and this is one of the first that I will be showcasing, and I'll be doing a series of videos of other stuff that I've bought from there, from the Forbidden Planet. But they're all items that I've got in a sale, so none of them are full price. And as you can see, it's Star Wars: The Last Jedi, the official movie companion, and at the bottom it says the ultimate guide to the film, interviews and behind the scenes. And as you can see in being the big red sticker there, it was on sale. Normally it was $14.99, so that's right. So that's £15, but I got this for 99p. Now, I am a massive Star Wars fan, but I'm more sort of the original trilogy, that being The New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. Sorry about another swig of water. Obviously, we've got the Phantom Menace and all the rest of the other ones, and the recent new trilogy, which I don't mind, but this is the movies that I kind of I grew up on the original trilogy that came out at the time, but I couldn't say no at this particular price at 99p. As you can see, it's a hardback. There is about between just under 90 pages. That's not too bad. Obviously, with it being $14.99 originally, that probably would be a little bit more expensive due to the obviously it being a hardback, and obviously it being a official Disney Lucas licensed an item. So obviously that's always going to make it more expensive. And as you can see, you've got this is the poster that they used to advertise The Last Jedi. And at the back here it says, the saga continues. Relive the excitement of Star Wars: The Last Jedi with this lavishly illustrated movie companion. Features interviews with Mark Hamill, Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Oscar Isaac, Rian Johnson, and many more. Also included are spotlights on the mysterious planet of Ahi, to the Pogs and the casino. Patrons of the Cantu Bite, Big, is it Big? I'll pronounce that. As well as gallery of photography from the blockbuster movie, or so they say it was. As I've watched it, didn't mind the film, but didn't stick in my mind. It was easy forgettable, basically because I think the problem with the new trilogy is simply because of the fact that stories kind of all over the place, and the character, to me, they didn't do enough in developing the actual new characters to make them kind of stand out, and then obviously maybe even having their own standalone films. Although we have heard news that Daisy Ridley will be returning as her character in a future Star Wars film, so maybe just hope that we'll see the rest of the other characters as well, so maybe they might do more justice in those movies. So we'll take a look there. As you can see there, it says Star Wars. You can see the image of it so far. That's Daisy Ridley with her lightsaber. And first thing that kind of catches my eye is the actual paper quality. It's actually a really kind of shiny, glossy kind of a paper quality that they've used. And I think that really works well, where if you're showcasing a lot of deep colours or light colours, like obviously you've got the lightsaber and the greys and the whites there, shiny paper, really, the quality paper really does help showcase the actual artwork and the actual colours on the photography. And also we've got Moody Luke there, which I didn't like what they did with his character. We've got here in one of the chapters, Journey to the Last Jedi. Again, that looks really cool with the actual artwork there. Again, I don't know if it's really showcasing on the on the video, but the actual paper quality is really smooth and glossy, so it looks that the images, the photography really kind of pops, especially with the lightsaber. It's almost as if it's kind of popping out of the pages, so that kind of looks great. It kind of got a hazy kind of a look from the actual lightsaber, and I think the paper quality really helps establish that. You've got some behind the scene pictures, and that's Ryan Johnson there, and that's Luke, and Daisy Ridley character there. One of the pods, you've got John Boyega, Mark Hamill, there's Old Man Luke. You've got lots of detail writing there. Obviously, they've made it really small, so for someone like me, I'm gonna have to wear my glasses. Again, as I said before, you can see the actual attention to detail of the actual photograph on the actual pages, where obviously with the gloss it's really kind of popping out. You've got the greens and the greys and the little bit of the whites and the blues there, all popping out from the pages. Obviously you've got Luke there with his beard and his long hair. The Return of the Jedi, Mark Hamill. You got Daisy Ridley there. Kind of like that background with the sky there. You got the island there. You got Luke there, and that's really nice. You got the different rocks, the different colours there, and the actual sea. The attention to detail is really popping on there. You got this image here where you can obviously see the textures of the rocks, and then you've got the pogs there. Obviously, I don't know if they're supposed to be their own equivalent of the Ewoks from Return of the Jedi. Trying to make them look cute. You got the different characters here. That's Carrie Fisher's daughter. Well, the late Carrie Fisher, should I say? It's nice to see, to see like a family in the actual movie. Who knows that we might see more of her in the future. Speaking of that, we've got the late Carrie Fisher's Princess Leia. Loving the actual fashion that they've put on her. That's one of the things that I've always liked about the Star Wars, the actual clothing that they seem to come up with, the costumes that they do in all the movies, whether or not you like them or not. Obviously, you got Oscar Isaac there as one of the rebels. Again, the actual quality, the actual photograph really pops on the pages there. You got Laura Dern as the Vice Admiral, posing with a gun. You've got Anthony Daniels there as C-3PO. Again, you've got the gold and the different pages and all popping out from the actual pages. So I'm really liking that. And obviously you've got C-3PO again, and R2-D2. This looks like the gambling scene there. But I don't know if this is actually a photograph or a painting. It's really hard to tell. You've got John Boyega there posing. I wish that they'd done more with his character. I did know that originally that they wanted to give the idea that he was force sensitive, which explained in the first of the new trilogy, where he was taking on Kylo Ren. He was putting up quite a good fight for a while. So that kind of explains that he would have been forces, but they never carried on with that. Maybe if he appears in a future film, maybe we might see that, maybe we won't. But it's a shame that they didn't follow through with that, because that would have been cool. We got Kelly Marie Tran, who in the last movie they didn't do a lot with her character. She was barely in it. You got the Benicio del Toro. There's the gambler, creating the casino. I'm loving the different, you got the golds and the yellows and the oranges there, and then obviously some of the characters wearing blacks. Again, the photography and the actual photography really pops on the actual pages. And you got the casino creatures. One thing I always liked about Star Wars is whether it's just Star Wars old or new, or whether it's films you do and don't like, is that it's how they seem to come up with the different aliens from different planets. And obviously if they do new films or TV shows, it's about when they create new creatures or new races, it's about keeping up that continuity. So I wouldn't want to be in that person's job where you have to keep up that continuity and then being able to come up with new creatures. But they always seem to be able to come up with new creatures in Star Wars. And yeah, And then the actors have to go through all that makeup. Again, got Snook, I think his name is. I'm trying to remember his name. Again, lots of pinks, greens and blacks and reds there. And you got these troopers here. Now again, I don't know if this is kind of if this is showcasing the actual how deep and how rich the colours are popping up from the page, and the attention to detail. But it looks so rich in the way it just pops out of the page. I'm loving the actual. I think they did the right choice in choosing gloss paper, because I think that choosing gloss can really does showcase artwork very well, whether it's drawings or paintings or even photography. Like obviously this is photographs from the scenes from the actual movie, but I do find that gloss really does help in showcasing the actual artwork. This is coming back from my photography days and my art days, back in the day when I used to do art. And you've got colour, and then as before, you've got the black hair and the way it's kind of coming off the page, and then the way the red is shimmering from the lightsaber. Then it feels like it actually is moving, or it's the actual lightsaber itself. And you got the different blacks that the bad guys are using. You got Captain Phasma there with a gold helmet. You've got the stormtroopers, I think that's one of the pilots of the TIE fighters. The Millennium Falcon. Again, the detail that really is popping up off the page looks really detailed, and especially with the whites and the greys and the blacks here and there. You got Chewbacca there. The AT-ATs, I think they're called. You got more of the from the actual movie. Obviously, got Luke fighting Kylo Ren. I won't spoil that unless people don't know it. They had a score in Star Wars. Obviously, that's John Williams, who's famous for doing Star Wars films. Did hear a rumour, I don't know if it's true or not, that he may be retiring, which is going to be a shame. You got Mike Hamill again as Luke. Oscar Isaac, again, this image looks really kind of cool and really kind of DL'd. And you can see you've got his glove where he's got still got his robotic hand. Visions are far, far away. You got a Millennium Falcon on the island as support. You can see the greys. You can see the sea with the waves, the whites and the blues and the blacks, and then you got the green and the rocks just really popping off of the page. So it looks really wonderful. Wow, and then you got the dark greys and the clouds. And then you got the posters of The Last Jedi, so that looks really kind of cool. I'm a big fan of posters, by the way. I used to collect them back in the day from the site called play.com. If that doesn't exist anymore, it's been rebranded. So you got the different posters. That looks like the Japanese one there, and that's like the IMAX poster there. The character posters, they're coming soon to the cinema. And you got Luke, and you got Princess Leia, John Boyega's character, and Oscar Isaac. I think that's his character's Poe. And then you've got the different other books available, which I did see there. Some of them are volume 1, volume 2, volume 3. I did see that the one with Luke there for $1.99. If I ever go back there, then I might pick up if it's still there. If it isn't, then it isn't. But yeah, I'm really glad I picked this up here, although I'm not a huge fan of the movie. But yeah, the art book, again, can't go wrong from being $14.99 down to 99p. I think that's an absolute bargain, in my honest opinion. So I don't regret picking this up. It's another art book that I can add to my kind of collection. So yeah, this is the Star Wars The Last Jedi official movie companion, the ultimate guide to the film. So anyway, I hope people found this video informative. Please feel free to share with your friends and family. If you can give this video a big thumbs up, that will help people find my YouTube channel and YouTube content on YouTube, because of the YouTube algorithms favour the bigger YouTubers. So when it comes to the YouTube homepage, they'll show the bigger YouTubers, and by giving my thumbs up and leaving a positive comment, that will help new people find my YouTube channel. Also, if you haven't, please feel free to consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see stuff like this or other stuff that's available on my YouTube channel, and it only leaves me to say, wherever you are in the world, please stay safe, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Bye for now.